Hi everybody, Andy Myers here on the banks of the Hastings River, just at the entrance to Lineburners Creek. Beautiful day, very hot. Being the end of the year, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to put out a quick video as a bit of a year in review. I suppose what I've noticed this year, what I've seen, what's happened, and what's kind of planned for 2021. I'll try and minimise the bad bits because we all know what they are. What started with fires even at the end of last year, floods in February, QX outbreak in the Macleay, black water events associated with the fresh water at the end of that dry period, particularly in the northern estuaries. So not a great start to the year, and I think that kind of set the tone for most of the year, unfortunately, particularly from my point of view. A lot of the projects that I had planned got put on the back burner, and it's been a year of reaction from that point. However, amongst all that turmoil, particularly at the start of the year, there were some positive elements in there. The inaugural Tide to Tip, the oyster industry cleanup events at the end of February were a huge success. Close to 250 people got involved in those cleanups across 19 different growing estuaries, 12 tonnes of rubbish removed, something like 15 media articles promoting the oyster industry and providing the story, the stewardship story, and why people give a damn about the environments in which you work. So look, we're particularly looking to grow the Tide to Tip program in 2021. We want to continue that and get more estuaries on board. So you'll certainly hear more from us on that in the next kind of couple of months. As I mentioned, COVID. We all know when COVID first came or first started impacting in Australia around the kind of March, April time, huge impact initially. The food service market died overnight. Huge decline in retail sales in those early months. And luckily we have seen a recovery of sorts over the months. And I suppose the pivot and that switch to retail sales has really been a feature of the oyster industry's recovery. I looked at some data the other day from September, and in New South Wales, retail sales are actually up 10% compared to the same time last year. So it just shows how effective that switch has been. Yes, food service markets are obviously still depressed, but hopefully we see some further recovery of those in 2021. So on the back of that start to the year, as I say, it's been a year of reaction. A lot of work and a lot of effort has been gone into assessing the impact of those events and responding. Lots of people have played their part and have pushed hard for things like fee relief, the supply chain grants, the sector development grants, and other forms of support as well. So, and that they've certainly been welcomed by industry as far as I can tell. The sector development grants towards the end of the year have laid a bit of a platform for us to move forward in 2021 as well, with a continuation of the Oyster Transformation Project, or Mark II of that, whatever that will look like. So that's the sensors and the associated research projects that are in 13 odd estuaries in the state. There's also some money for a project for marketing of New South Wales oysters, and there's also a large project that is going to be developing a responsible oyster farmer training program that will involve some face-to-face or online training for farmers, and all people that complete that training will be eligible for some grants that will be administered through New South Wales farmers. So some big things planned in early 2021. As I mentioned, the Tide to Tip initiative will be probably the first cab off the rank towards the end of February. Please get involved in that, and feel free to give me a call if you didn't participate last year and are keen to get involved. Please just drop me an email or a line and we'll get something sorted. What else did I want to mention? 2021, hopefully we'll also see a Oyster conference of sorts next year. There are a ton of conferences planned for next year, so I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to have an Oyster one. Whether that is a national Oyster conference or a state-based one, we'll wait and see. But certainly plan to hold some form of industry gathering, probably in the latter half of 2021. And I suppose finally, I just wanted to wish everyone a really happy, safe and productive Christmas. Heaven forbid it's anything like last year, and I just hope everyone has a really great time, and stay safe, and I look forward to working with you all and seeing you all in 2021.